Oukitel may not be the most popular Chinese phone maker, but they managed to produce devices that have decent specs and design for the price. The Oukitel U16 Max is one of those phones. It costs about $140 and it has a 6-inch display, all metal built and more. My name is Linus, stay tuned. The phone ships with all the usual stuff, and some extras include a soft TPU case. In terms of the design, the phone is made almost entirely of metal, well, except for the top and bottom parts for antennas. Well, it's not so easy to manage the device in one hand due to its sheer size. The U16 Max sports a 6-inch 720p display, which may not have the highest resolution out there, but it's plenty sharp for everyday use. We don't have backlit capacitive keys, but there is a multi-color notification LED light which sits next to the 5-megapixel selfie shooter. As for the main camera, we have a 13-megapixel sensor that is coupled with the LED flash. The fingerprint scanner may not be the fastest out there, but it gets the job done to unlock the phone straight from the standby mode. I found the buttons to be nice and tactile, and the overall build quality is good. The loudspeaker quality is above average. The Oukitel U16 Max has decent specs for the price. It sports an octa-core MTK6753 chip, 3GB of RAM, and 32GB of expandable storage. As usual to these MediaTek chips, you will be able to run most of the 3D games on medium graphics settings without any issues, but you should expect quite a few skipped frames and a little bit of stutter if you switch graphics to the maximum settings in games like Asphalt 8. The phone ships with Android 7 out of the box, but we have a customized Oukitel skin on top of it that changes the looks and adds some extra features. My favorites include some gesture controls that work fine most of the time, and fingerprint scanner gestures that are actually really useful since the phone is huge. Most importantly, I found the phone to be pretty fast on a daily basis, even though I installed quite a few apps and I used 3 different Google accounts. The image quality on this phone could be a lot better. Sure, you can take some decent looking pictures for social media needs, but usually the photos lack detail, sharpness, and they are overexposed, and there is a weird green tint in some of the shots. The low light camera performance is kind of poor, like on most of the cheap phones. The selfies are usable for social media, but there could definitely be more detail and sharpness. Currently I'm shooting a video with the Oukitel U16 Max. This is a huge budget phone. It's made of metal and it has 6-inch display and some other cool features. The 1080p video quality is mediocre like on most of the budget phones. Also, there is no continuous autofocus feature. I'm shooting a video with the Oukitel U16 Max. This is a budget, huge smartphone. The selfie videos are shot at only 480p resolution and the quality is poor. Also, the sound recording quality could be a lot better. When it comes to connectivity, I have no major complaints. Everything has been working fine, including the GPS that I found to be surprisingly accurate. The phone has a hybrid dual SIM card tray that has a storage expansion option via the micro SD card slot. Unfortunately, the phone lacks a lot of sensors, including the gyroscope. A 4000 mAh battery on this phone has to power a huge 6-inch display, and I was able to get about 6 hours of screen on time, which is a decent result. Finally, it takes about 2.5 hours to fully charge the phone with a supply charger. The Oukitel U16 Max is yet another cheap phone from China that aims to deliver a lot of value for the price, and well, it succeeds in quite a few ways. I would say this is a decent option for the price, but the camera could be a deal breaker for some. Well, if you don't plan to take a lot of pictures, the Oukitel U16 Max is a decent offering for the price if you are in the market for a cheap, huge phone. It was Linus, thanks for watching, and as always guys, if you have any questions, please drop me a comment down below, and if you're new to the channel and if you like the videos that I produce, please subscribe. Finally, if you want to get all the latest updates, please follow TechLineHD on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram. See you soon.